Hello, myself Heli Mehta, working as an assistant professor in Computer Engineering Department at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Our subject is Database Management System. Today our topic is entity relationship diagram. In previous lecture we saw the data model in which one type is entity relationship model. Today we will see how to make entity relationship diagrams. Okay, so first of all, what is entity relationship? The entity relationship is a data model uh, perceives the real world as consisting of basic objects called entity and relationship among these objects. So basic concept is the ER data model employs three basic notations, that is entity set, relationship set and attribute. So basic of ER model is three notations, that is first is entity, second is relationship set and third is attributes. So first is entity. An entity is a thing or object in the real world that is distinguishable from the all other objects. So example of entities are customer, teacher, films, exam, employee, car, students, etc. So ER notation for entity, it represents in a rectangle. Okay, so in rectangle we have to write the name of entity, for example customer, employee, students, etc. So rectangle represent the entity. Second is attributes. Since an entity set may have several attributes, each entity can be described by a set of attributes pair, one pair for each attribute of the entity set. So each and every entity set have a attributes, and attributes may be more than one. Okay, so since an entity set may have several attributes, each entity can be described by a set of pairs. Okay, so each entity have a multiple attribute with its value. Okay, we will see the examples. One pair for each attribute of the entity set. So for example, I have one entity students. Okay, so students is an entity. Okay, so students have a enrollment number, student have a name, student have a address, students have a phone number. These all are the attributes of student. Okay, so name, roll, enrollment number, phone number, address is the attributes. Okay, so for example name is Heli, then it is the value of the entity. Okay, so our roll number is 11, then 11 is a value of these attributes. Okay, address is Navsari, then Navsari is a data value. Okay, this is the attributes. Clear? Now an attribute can be characterized by the following attributes type. So first type is simple, second is composite, third is single value, fourth is multi value and fifth is derived attributes. So type of attributes are simple, composite, single value, multi value and derived. Okay, so first is simple and composite attributes. The simple attributes are not divided into subparts. Okay, so for example state is not divided into subparts. Okay, so state is an example of simple attribute. So simply the attributes which are not divided into subpart is known as simple attribute. Second is composite attributes. So composite attributes can be divided into subparts. Okay, for example name. So name is further divided into three parts. For example first name, middle name, last name. Okay, for example Heli Sanjay Bhai Mehta. So first name, middle name and last name. So name is further divided into three parts. Okay, so the attribute which are divided into subpart, it is known as composite attributes. See here another example, that is address. Okay, so address is street, city, state, postal code. Okay, now after that street is also divided into further part, that is street number, street name, apartment number. So these type of attributes are known as composite attributes. So simply simple attributes cannot divided into subparts and composite attributes are divided into subparts. Now single value attributes and multi value attributes. Then as name suggests, single value attributes have a single value for a particular entity. Okay, the lone number attributes for a specific lone entity refers to only one lone number. For example, students. Okay, students have only one enrollment number. Okay, so student is a entity, roll number is a attribute, and roll number or enrollment number is a single value. Okay, so it is the example of single value. Okay, next is multi-value. The multi-value attributes have a set of values for specific entity. As name suggests, the attributes have a multiple value. For example, phone number. Suppose students have a two phones, then they have a two phone numbers. Okay, so phone numbers is the multi-value attribute. So it is the simple that is single value attributes have a only single value and multi-value attributes have a set of values. Next is derived attributes. The value for these type of attributes can be divided from the value of other related attributes or entity. In derived attributes, suppose we have a one attribute and from that attribute we can derive the another attribute. This type of attribute is known as derived attribute. See the example. If the customer entity set have an attribute date of birth. Okay, suppose customer is my entity. Okay, and I have a attribute date of birth. Okay, now using date of birth and current value, I can find out the age of customer. Okay, so we can calculate the age from date of birth and the current value. Okay, so I have one attribute that is date of birth. Okay, and using current value and date of birth, I can find another attribute that is age. Clear? Thus age is a derived attribute. In this case, date of birth may be referred to as a base attributes or a store attribute. So I have a date of birth, okay, as a attribute, and using current value and date of birth, I can easily find out the age of the customer. So age is a derived attribute which is derived from another attribute that is date of birth. Okay, so date of birth is a base attribute or a store attribute, and age is known as a derived attributes. Okay, clear? Now ER notations. Entity is represented in the rectangle form as I have explained over here. Now attributes are represented by the eclipse. Okay, so simple attribute, single value attribute, and composite attributes are shown in the eclipse. Okay, multi-value attributes are shown in the double eclipse. These all are the symbols. Now derived attributes are represented using dashed eclipse. Clear? Now see here we have an entity with all types of attributes. Suppose student is my entity, and entity is represented in the rectangle. See here. Okay, now student have a roll number. This roll number, name, address, date of birth, phone number, and age are the attributes of the students. Clear? Now roll number have only one value. Every student have a single roll number, so roll number is known as a single value, and single value attributes is represented in an eclipse. Clear? Now next is name. Name is divided into further three parts, that is first name, middle name, and last name. So this is known as composite attribute. Okay, so composite attributes also represented by eclipse. Next is address. Address is divided into apartment, street, area. Okay, so it is also composite attributes, and composite attribute is represented in eclipse. Yeah. Now I have a date of birth. Date of birth is used as a base or store attribute, as I have explained earlier. Clear? So using date of birth and current date, I can find out the age of student. So age is a derived attribute, and derived attribute is represented using dashed eclipse. Clear? Now next is the phone number. So students have a multiple phone numbers. Okay, so it is the multi-value. So multi-value is represented into double eclipse. Multi-value attributes, double eclipse. Clear? So this is the entity and all type of attributes. Clear? Student is an entity represented into the rectangle. These all are the attributes: roll number, name, address, birth date, phone number, and age. Okay. Now next, third part is relationship. A relationship is an association among several entities. Okay, we have a multiple entities in a ER diagram. A relationship set is a set of relationship of the same type. ER notation is diamond represent relationship. Lines link attributes to entity set and entity set to relationship set. So we have a relationship between two entity, and this relationship is represent into the diamond shape. Okay, and between entity and diamond we have a line, that is line link attributes to entity set and entity set to relationship set. Okay, so diamond represent the relationship. See here, relationship, for example, the relationship set depositor to denote the association between customer and the bank account that customer have. See here, here we have a one entity, that is customer, and another entity, that is account. Okay, now customer have a attribute, that is customer name, customer street, customer city. So you can add any type of attributes as for your analysis. Okay, many students have a different attributes representation. Okay, we have to think our system, and according to that we have to describe the attributes. Okay, so different students can write different attributes. Clear? Now customer have a this type of attributes. Now account have a account number, branch name, and balance in account. So these all are the attributes. Now clear between entity and attributes. Now every entity have a relationship. Okay, so we can see logical, we can use logical name between two entities. So customer deposit money in the account. Okay, so we use depositor as a relationship. You can take name according to your perspective. Okay, but the name should be logical. Clear? Now customer, account, and depositor. So depositor is represent the relationship, and the see here, and the diamond represent the relationship. So here we use the diamond shape and we write depositor as a relationship name. Now see here, the link between entity to relationship and relationship to entity, that is the line. Okay, so this is known as a entity, attributes, and relation between two entities. Clear? Now see here, a relationship may also have attribute, and it is known as descriptive attribute. See here, we have a customer, account, and relationship is depositor. Okay, so customer deposit money into the account. Okay, so I have a relationship depositor. See here, I write attribute access date. Okay, so customer can access the money from particular date. Okay, so we use attribute at relationship. This type of attribute is known as descriptive attribute. So relationship may also have a attribute, and this is known as descriptive attribute. So in this diagram, access date is known as descriptive attribute, as it is the attribute of relationship. Okay, second example is, there can be more than one relationship set involving the same entity set. Okay, see here, we have a two entity, that is customer and loan. Okay, and loan have a attribute loan number, branch name, amount. Okay, now we can use multiple relation between these two entity. Okay, so customer borrow loan, okay, from bank. So we use borrower as a relationship. Customer guarantor, guarantee loan. Okay, so guarantor is also a relationship. So whenever we have a two entity and they have a multiple relationship, then this is a example of this. There can be more than one relationship set involving the same entity set. So between two entity, it may be one more than one relationship. So here we have a customer and loan. Okay, and for customer and loan we have a two relationship, that is borrower and guarantor. You can take any one of them. Okay, it is according to your analysis of particular topic. Now next is binary relationship. The binary relationship involves two entity set. Okay, so whenever we have a relationship between only two entity, then it is known as a binary relationship. Here we have a customer and loan, and between customer and loan we have a relationship guarantee. So guarantor relationship involves two entity, that is customer and loan. So this type of relationship is known as binary relationship. Now next is ternary relationship. Ternary relationship and involve three entity set. See here, in binary relationship we have only two entity between relationship. Okay. Now we have a two entity and one relationship. Now here we have a relationship between three entities. Okay. So as name suggests, ternary means three. Okay. So we have a employee, job and branches. Okay. So employee have a employee ID, employee name and telephone number. Okay. Branch have a branch name, branch city and assets. Okay. Now job have a title and level. So we can see this employee works for branch. For example, branch means computer department. Okay. So we faculties are employee and we are working for computer department. So we can say that employee works for branch. Okay. Now job. So employee works for job. So one employee can do multiple jobs. For example, job means work. Okay. They are taking lectures, they are taking exams. These all are the parts of jobs. Okay. So employee works for job. Clear? So here we have a three entity, employee, job and branch, and one relationship is works for. So this type of relationship is known as ternary relationship. Clear? Now this is the basic of ER diagram. In this we have multiple types. Another part we will see in the next lecture, in which we will see how to create the ER diagram. It is only the basic of ER diagram. So in basic of ER diagram, most important things are entity. Okay. Next is attributes and third is relationship. Okay. Thank you.